you know we're on. Laws wouldn't be the same, you know we're on. Things would be arranged, you know we're on. Yeah, Gambia didn't change, you know we're on. Yeah, shout out to Askanwi Media for exposing, you know what I'm saying? Killa Ace Jambarr Concert, pre-rehearsals live in the Flight Mode Studios. Real music for the people. We see certain groups going out to the streets without permits, occupying the headquarters of the National Security Force of the Gambia Police Force in Banjul. Nothing happened, even though I don't wish bad on nobody. But we can't be selective in this country, especially we the people who fought for this change yesterday when you guys really needed and you was begging us to put Japasi Kombari. So tay dole ñew ngeen am position tay ngeen bëgg ñoo jaay dof di pick and choose. Lolu is very disappointing. That's one of the worst parts of the year. It's not even about the arrest or the mile too, but the fact that the system could even, go to the extent of treating us like this in this day and age. Despite many people dying to see change happen, people went to exile to see this change happen. People lost businesses and wealth and income. People didn't see families for years to see change. And despite all of that, this is where the system is taking us. So I feel sorry, and for me, I've been through it, but I feel sorry for majority, 95% of those that were arrested along with me, who've never had that experience before, who've left families behind, who are on a different social level, who were totally innocent. Some of them were not even part of our gathering, to be very honest, So I feel it for them more, So that's one of the disappointing things, but there's still positivity because at least it's for a just campaign and just cause that we believe, is having impact and will have more impact depending on how we push, the campaign. And last but not least, the positive thing is that we are not intimidated. We refuse to back out. We refuse to give in. We refuse to, be demoralized. None of that. We're still positive, doing what we got to do, handling what we have to handle. And that's the positive thing about it. And it also taught us a lot of things. And it also brought us that were arrested, and been together for more than a week. It brought this new bond between us. And now, we are a family of brothers and sisters who, face the same struggle. And apart from that, I'm just going to advise Gambians to please, support the causes that really matter. Don't follow the propaganda of these people, the troublemakers. Ñun musuñoo taal dëkk bi, musuñoo sànni xeer, ñun musuñoo def dara. Ñun barki Demba Njaay lañ jógee def cypher free for the community of Brikama. These are the great things that we do. But when it's time for us to hit the streets peacefully, we do that. And we want Gambians to join us on board when we do that. Because what we're fighting for is not just for me. But even if light go off, I have solar. So I'm not directly affected, in as much as I spend a lot on cash power. But we're doing it for you. My guy, Yusuf Taylor, who's on the media every day, he lives a decent life. He faces it, but he doesn't face it like the normal Gambian who, doesn't have those privileges. So please, support what we do. Come out to the streets with us when we call out and make sure that you bring out your numbers, because that's what's important. That's more important. If we can bring out our numbers for other things, why can't we do it for, the internet to decrease? Why can't we do it for a hospital to be built in an area that doesn't have a hospital? Why can't we do it for, violence in the country to reduce? Why can't we do it for, the mismanagement of funds that is happening, which is affecting you directly? Because the funds, if they would have went to where they were supposed to go to, then you wouldn't be in this situation today. You would be like a citizen in Mauritius, which I just came from, and received $30,000 per month as a citizen. Base salary. Right? We are here struggling $50 a month. So we need your support. If not, we are isolated, and we go through a lot, and we shouldn't be isolated in a cause that is for everybody.